Welcome back. In the last one, we faced Nursilla, which is, you know, as much as I hate spiders, pretty cool spider. Way back from 4U, that was the last time I fought it, so it's pretty refreshing to face it again. That being said, we're gonna,
What do you think we'll find?
Nursilla had this guy named Rove over here wrapped up and was gonna eat him. He's a Linian, it seems, and he actually speaks perfect English, and strangely enough, was just gonna accept his fate. So he has a weird, very different belief system in mind from any Linian we've seen, especially the ones in the forest. So we're gonna talk to him and see how he can guide us out of this place we're lost in. So, that being said, we're going to take a look at Narcilla's gear real quick. Just see how it's changed, because I'm curious.
Got something in mind?
Oh yeah. That's just how I remember it. That's awesome. This was one of my favorite armor sets for you. Just because I think it looks great. Even the beta too, I look like frickin' Frieza. Awesome. So. Let's see, what has it got for skills? Well, it's basically got power prolonger, which... Or no, that's on my equipment already. Whoops. Temporarily increase damage to large monsters with a successful sneak attack. So this must mean a sleep wake up. 15% plus attack, that's crazy. That's really, really good. Because with a wake up attack, 15% extra damage. That would mean that if we have our switch axe with 560, well, let's do something different, because switch axe doesn't have a very great wake up attack. So let's say that I just use large barrel bombs, and it typically does a flat 280% or 280 damage is what it does. We're now going to be doing well over like 320 some damage with those barrel bombs now, which I know it doesn't sound like much, but that extra 40, 50 damage makes a pretty big difference. I mean, that's a huge weapon hit, basically. And with Greatsword, that's where this comes in. 15% attack on a Greatsword, that's a lot. I mean, the wake up hit on a Greatsword already does a bunch of damage. So you add that to this, and that's pretty crazy. Let's see what
What are we making today?
weapons we got here. See if it has a Nursilla weapon. Yeah, so Nursilla is typically a sleep weapon. 10% affinity and a lot of sleep. I wouldn't use the Nursilla Greatsword though if I did. But this would be really good for Charge Blade,
Got something in
because
mind?
Charge Blade has a good wake up attack too. Perfect. There is a Nursilla sleep weapon with an impact file. That's awesome. Okay, so 10% affinity on this Charge Blade. 130 sleep. If you put the monster to sleep with this Charge Blade, and then you wake up hit it, you can probably with a sleep element like this, you could probably do this at least once during your hunt. So this is 2 wake-up hits for the total hunt, with an extra 15% damage on the wake-up hit. And Charge Blade has a huge wake-up hit. So the implication of this is pretty good. And I might honestly have to do a little bit of play style change for this. But that would be if I decided to make this armor set. Which, I mean, wouldn't be a bad idea. Because I get ambushed from the helmet, the gauntlets, and the legs. So the chest and waist don't really matter. Okay. And then, what do I get evade extender from Valahara? From the waist, gauntlets, and legs. So we wouldn't be able to keep our evade extender that we have going on, which is disappointing. But I don't know, it's something to think about. What I can do too is I can just we can grind out this set and make these 3 pieces and then wait for something better to come along. Because the chest and waist pieces, I don't really have anything that's that great yet. We don't have availability for much yet. But that sleep charge blade would be a good one to make too. So we can ignore their Nasilla waist and coil. Waist and chest piece. We don't need that. But we would have to get the legs, head, and arms. But what about this? Well, we can see how Ray Dow looks on the chest piece. Nah, not a fan of that look. Yeah, we'll have to keep hunting.
See you later.
But there's a possibility we're going to come back to that, because that set has a lot of damage potential.
What are we making today?
So, I haven't even explained talismans yet. If you're new to Monster Hunter, you've never seen talismans, how these work is it just gives you a flat skill for whatever you make, which is pretty self-explanatory for some of these. Like, obviously, Stun Charm's going to give you stun resistance, level 1, and yada yada. But you can upgrade these to where you get the full skill bonus for 1 talisman, which is pretty good, because then you don't have to commit to an armor set for that skill that you want. So, what does that mean? What's foray? Okay. That's a new skill, I think. So far, we don't really have anything crazy. What you typically want to look for, if you want damage, is a critical eye charm. So it's usually called expert. But Divine Blessing would be a good one too. But I think for now I might save my parts, but defense boost is probably what I would go for. And I don't think we're gonna have access to any decorations yet. But anyways, yeah, that Nersilla set, that would be that Nersilla charge blade with some kind of mix set there. I think what we'll do is we'll keep going through the game a little bit, and we'll try to find a better chest and waist piece for this mix set.
Has the moon struck you?
And then we could commit to that. But for now, we're just gonna
Follow me then.
keep her the same.
Onward to the great above.
Where's that mining outcrop? I should have gotten it before.
Lost, and with no fur to keep you
Darn it!
It is quite frigid. I'd say it's as intense as the sand tide in the downpour. Does it ever get, a little warmer?
Nay, it has been raging for years, never ceasing, never abating. Nary a lull.
It is interesting that
Winter? Great.
we go from
Add that to our list of wonky phenomenon right
the
below
oil
premature
springs
sand
to
tide
this.
and no-show fire spring. Do you think
Oh, come on.
this is the cliffs that
I wish I
Tess
could
talked about?
get off path just a little bit.
Yes. Or at least what he thinks is a cliff.
But I did.
No, I've never seen it. But I don't know.
I did
how to
learn you
explain
can grab
this.
stuff like this.
Something about it feels like my village.
So you're not completely trapped by missing. You're not missing all of the resources. I don't really need. What don't I need? Here we go.
This confirms it.
Yeah, it's all one huge structure.
I can't imagine anyone building something like this back home, let alone this size. How'd they even do it?
It's unlike any architecture
Wow.
I've seen.
I wonder if this
Which
is
immediately raises some questions.
Keeper doing, or an even more ancient race.
And what happened to their civilization if they were capable of something like this? And if the keepers live out here, who are they?
Your cheeks are red. You cold?
I'm fine.
What's that?
You have a hood for a reason, dog. Holy jump scare. What the? I've never seen this.
Use a needle to find, or to hide it in a haystack.
Hiding in the haystack!
Then follow me.
I mean, fair point, but we're not needles. At least I'm not.
Where are we?
My quiet sanctuary. I come here when I'm in need of solitude.
Doesn't he live alone?
There's a whole nest. We'll just have to wait out the danger in here.
Yeah. You okay? How about we set up camp then?
Your small hovel? Certainly.
Hi, it's so warm.
Small hovel? This is a nice camp. I like it. Yeah, this is
You get some rest?
not looking so good.
Hello.
There. I like
Rove is far
Thaddeus.
from home, just
He's a
like
G.
me. I wonder if I'll ever see my village again.
You will.
I'm really sorry for how I acted before.
Should be.
It's okay. We're just worried about you.
Just kidding.
I feel so stupid.
He's totally valid for that. I don't
thought
blame him.
finding my village would be easy. That I could take you straight there. I had no idea just how big the world is. I can't believe I can't even...
Nata, in 1,000 years, there's only been one person resilient enough to make the trek west. You. Despite being alone, you found... We'll set out again once the Hirobami retreat. But for now, let's get some...
So he made it further west than I thought. Like a lot further. I mean, the implication of this is crazy. It kind of seems to me like my own theory for this is that our guild was the same guild as in 4U. We were the same organization that was in 4U that was like the first and main place that you center around. On the other side of the huge desert, I feel like that's where our group, the Avis unit, came from. And I think that we found him somewhere on the kind of the eastern end of that great desert. And I feel like through the events of 4U, we were in the western side of that desert primarily. I don't think we ever ventured this far east in that game. I think that whole world was over there. So that's really interesting to think about.
Hey, Hunter. Let's say there's this little girl. And she feels like she has to solve all the problems alone. If you met this girl, what would you say?
And you're worried about this girl.
Yeah. I used to be a lot like her.
I see.
A long time ago, I left home, and the people who took me in, they seemed larger than life. Then I grew up and realized that actually, adults can be just as lost as kids. When I left my village, they clapped me on the back and said, "Fly far, Lulin." But now, I think they were really saying, "It's your turn now. What do you choose to protect?"
That all but confirms it. That all but confirms she's Little Miss Forge. Because if I remember correctly, that's exactly what the villagers in the volcano told her when she left in that game. I'm almost certain of that. That's really cool.
Everything okay?
That's
I've
amazing.
been meaning to ask you something. Fabius said it was you who put my name forward for the expedition. Why'd you pick me?
I guess I wanted someone who understood what it was like to lose something important. And there was a time when I closed myself off from the world. But then I met Nata. And despite having lost everything he knew, he was still captivated by the world. Seeing that inspired me. It made me realize I should also be out living life. The professor wanted a hunter we could trust Nata with, and with your background, I had a good feeling that you were the one.
I hope I could live up to your expectations.
You already have. When I first saw you leap onto that sacred, my heart nearly burst from my chest. I felt so alive. I knew I made the right choice.
I'm kind of wondering if
Have a seat. Rest.
our hunter isn't the same guy that was using the insect glaive in the intro of Monster Hunter 4U. I might have to do a video on that later. Yeah, I'll have to do a video on that someday. But I'm almost certain that's, like, that would be really cool if that was the same guy. It really makes you wonder.
Okay, I
Because she's
starting to
talking about
figure
his
out the
background.
connection between Wilk and the land spine. I think the land spine is an artificial structure, like this one, probably built by an ancient civilization.
Yes, I agree. They share too many architectural similarities to ignore.
Then we know three things. First, Wilk stone is produced by the land spine.
Correct.
Second, the land spine isn't natural.
Also correct.
And third, the land spine is likely connected to phenomena like the sand tide and the downpour. Add it all up, Wilk seems to be an artificial energy source capable of altering the weather.
Isn't Werner in the process of repairing the part of the land spine connected to Zeus?
Yeah, and if he succeeds, there's no telling what'll happen.
We can't just sit around. Let's get back to Zeus.
Right. I hope the Hirabami have retreated.
Nata?
He has a fever.
Oh
We can't leave him here. But if the Hirabami attack...
Alma,
Understood. Authorization granted to hunt the Hirabami.
we better be quick then.
Well, let's see if we can get these guys with all the stuff we have.
Hang in there, Nata. Hirabami sighted. One
Oh, he's just right there. Damn.
Too dangerous to attack.
I hope this guy has a good weapon.
Force the pack to disperse.
I need to get my hot drink going. There we go. Need a fire weapon for these guys. And they do decent damage to me, actually. These things are creepy looking. They're like flying centipedes. I need a dung pod. I don't know if I have any. I don't think I do. Where's the slicing pod at? Oh no. Where's the dung at? Over here? Oh, not now. Oops. Okay. Oh no.
Another monster's horning in.
There we go. Oh, this thing is so weird looking. Walk into it. Boom! There we go. I need to mount it. There we go. Boom.
You did it! Looks like it's moving to a new area.
I would too if I was him. Doesn't have all his homies to help him anymore. Whoops.
I bet we could use those floating rocks up there to our advantage.
There we go. Which ones?
Looks like the monster dropped something.
Is that a Bullock Chi?
I made eye contact with it.
Looks like it. Okay, what a drop. I want that. Those slicing pods do a lot of damage. Sorry, I need this Dragonite more. I know I'm gonna need it for something.
The terrain there. I think we can use it as combat.
Where is this floating rebel? Accidental counter, but I'll take it. Oh. Wish I had a dung pod, that would be really nice. I see. That's how I was supposed to do that. Heal up. Now I need to... Ooh, about got me there. Boom. This guy's done for. These are like the snake monsters in all the games. Got him. Yeah, these things are kind of weak, not gonna lie. I can see how a lot of them are a problem, but... You know, a few of them ain't bad at all. Cool design, though. They're like giant... They're like eels and leeches and snakes at the same time. Like, look at that. It's so weird looking. I think it's mainly derived from snakes and from the... They're like an evolved form of those little flying snakes in the previous games. What are those called? I gotta pull it up. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Good boy.
But overall,
Area secure.
kind of fun.
It's safe to bring Nata out.
Azuz sounds like it's in trouble too. Fur's giving me a bad feeling.
All the more reason to hurry.
Rove, we owe you one. Thanks.
Forget me. Go. If fate wills it, we shall meet again.
We'll have to keep an eye on him, but Nata seems to be resting better now.
Okay, so...
That's a relief. Let's go talk to
Gyros is the... Those are the ones from World. It's not those. It's definitely not those. Remobra. That's what it is. Yeah, it's like these things are giant Remobra with different wings. Pretty cool, though. Yeah, we gotta find Werner, and talk about this Everforge situation with the Wilk Stones. So, anywho, it's a good stopping point. We'll cover that in the next episode. So until then, see you next time.